Hey gamers, if you enjoy challenging Souls-like games that might even get a little frustrating for some people, then you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to show you top 20 amazing new upcoming Souls-like games that coming in this 2026. And please note, the numbers in this video aren't rankings, they're simply there for order. Since these games are still very new, it's too early to judge how they'll turn out in the future. Before we go into the list, I want to tell you about my favorite place to buy games, and that's Instant Gaming. Instant Gaming is an awesome site for grabbing games at great prices. Not only they always have fantastic discounts, but also they running giveaways you won't want to miss. Seriously, these deals are hard to beat. Where else are you gonna find prices this good? Why pay full price when you can grab the same game for way less, right? Yeah, you can shop for games on all kinds of platforms, like PC, PS5, Xbox, and a Nintendo Switch. No worries, it's 100% legit, fast, and super easy to use, and their support team is available 24/7. So what are you waiting for? Go check out your favorite games by using the link in the description below and start saving your cash with Instant Gaming. And by using my link, you're not just getting awesome deals, but also supporting this channel. Alright then, let's get back into the list. Abyss World Apocalypse feels like an exciting mix between the brutal elements of Dark Souls and the speed of Devil May Cry. I also like the dark fantasy atmosphere. The environments are very detailed, corrupted, and ruined, yet still leave a sense of grim beauty. What makes the future prospects even more interesting is the planned additional modes. The continuation of Synody, a card mode, build and defend, online multiplayer, and even an AI Coliseum. Personally, I can't wait for the upcoming updates. There's no exact release date yet, but hopefully this game will be released sometime in 2026. If you're a fan of action RPGs and a Warframe fan, Soulframe will definitely spark your curiosity. The game seems to carry forward what Warframe started, but with a different approach and similar vibes. Its flexible combat and the absence of a stamina system make battles feel much more fluid. The exploration, character progression, and crafting elements also bring in a strong RPG touch that feels very engaging. While Soulframe doesn't introduce an entirely new genre, it has the potential to become a unique blend of the best aspects of ARPGs, dungeon crawlers, and MMOs, all wrapped in an original fantasy world.
The magic, it's in you. Yours.
KAIDAN is a brutal action game, with battles against yokai and bosses that look visceral and high risk. From its trailer, it feels like a cinematic blend of Japanese dark fantasy and intense cosmic horror, the kind of action experience that gets your adrenaline pumping. You play as a seeker who is reborn after making a pact with the envoy, sent into the land of Ikaiguchi to hunt down the yokai and the cord bearers. If executed well, I think KAIDAN has the potential to become one of the most memorable titles in the dark fantasy action genre. Riven Crown emerges as a promising newcomer in the Souls-like genre with a combat system that boldly mixes in fighting game elements. Yes, you heard that right, by adding fighting game mechanics such as combos, a super meter, and a dual kick system. If implemented solidly, this could make combat more expressive and give real rewards to players who want to hone their timing and technique, not just their stats. The blocking mechanic with both standing and low variations also adds tactical depth. The game doesn't have a release date yet, but you can already put it on your wish list if you're into this kind of thing. Mortal Shell 2 looks more like Remnant and Devil May Cry in terms of tempo compared to Elden Ring. And that's really great. I love it when the genre evolves, still maintaining the core of Souls-like while experimenting with new tempo and tools. What makes me curious is how smooth the transition will be between melee and ranged gunplay, how many shell variations will actually feel meaningful. The shell system that can be awakened and used again is the heart of this series, and its return along with the variety of abilities in each shell provides huge room for experimentation. A hybrid build playstyle that can shift mid-battle makes the gameplay feel refreshing.
Then what? You're no god, but neither are they. Oh, the towering shadows.
Ballad of Antara is one of the most promising Souls-like action RPGs, and perhaps more than just an ordinary Souls-like. From a combat perspective, the game is very much Souls-like, featuring a stamina bar, guard bar, parry, and dodge roll as the core mechanics. What interests me the most, however, is the character switching system. The ability to swap between Gazor and Yunji mid-combat isn't just about variety, but also about strategy. I really like this concept because it opens up many opportunities to experiment with different play styles. You can go aggressive or take on a ranged support role. Ballad of Antara is one of the games I'm most looking forward to in 2025. Hopefully the release of this game won't get delayed.
Remember, no matter what happens, we did not betray this world.
Project Cloud Games.
The Relic, the First Guardian, an action RPG Souls-like game with the concept of Arsiltis, a world swallowed by the void after the destruction of the Great Relic, providing a dark setting full of potential for exploration and a tense atmosphere. Here you are the last Guardian, tasked with gathering the Relic fragments and closing the void. Simple, yet the motivation is immediately clear. A good foundation to give direction to the gameplay. In terms of gameplay, the emphasis on fast and intense action is its main selling point, featuring 5 types of weapons that significantly change playstyles, and from heavy weapons that crush to agile combat styles, it promises great variety and depth in combat.
Each weapon has its unique skills, which can be changed according to your playstyle. Additionally, there are universal...
Yuangong Sword Awakening is an upcoming Souls-like action game developed by a small independent Chinese team. It seems that China is becoming very serious in the gaming industry. As we know, they've already released great games like Black Myth, Wuchong, Fallen Feathers, and now there are so many games from China that will surface in 2025. I don't really know much yet about this particular game, but we can see that over time, China has shown its seriousness in game development nowadays. Well, let's just hope this game doesn't disappoint us when it's finally released. Onimusha Way of the Sword manages to be a refreshing alternative in the sea of Souls-likes, lighter in pressure, yet still rich with satisfying sword mechanics and epic moments. Combat is where it shines most. Regular enemies fall with fluid rhythm, parries bring elegance, and risk-takers can unleash Eisen or Blazing State for powerful bursts. Musashi's Oni Gauntlet adds another layer, letting you charge and release heavy attacks at just the right time. Boss fights also look promising with aggressive yet readable patterns that turn duels into tense but fair showdowns. If you've been craving stylish samurai action mixed with thrilling combat, this one deserves a spot on your watch list.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. Anyway, do enjoy.
Valor Mortis is a new Souls-like game that uses a first-person perspective with mechanics such as a stagger bar, parry, block, dodge, lanterns as respawn points, and a stat tree. Its setting is unique, a Napoleon era infused with horror and plague, an Eastern European landscape filled with corruption and eternal soldiers. In terms of gameplay, the combination of melee weapons, a pistol to shoot weak points, and supernatural abilities in the left hand sounds very solid. This provides variety in combat and strategy. This game is very similar to Remnant 2. If you enjoyed that game, then this one should definitely be on your wish list.
Back from behind. Okay.
Vindictus Defying Fate appears as a surprising action RPG Souls-like, with captivating visuals, and of course the visuals are very captivating if they are like this, if you know what I mean, yeah. The gameplay is a solid and satisfying Souls-like. The combination of attacks, blocks, and dodges feels weighty and responsive. The absence of a stamina bar makes combat feel more fluid and free. Even though the challenge remains, this game has a companion NPC feature that will help you in battle. Well, even though the game still needs a lot of improvement, it's already clear that this game has enough potential to be the next game you should play. LUOYANG, a promising Souls-like from an ancient Chinese setting. You play as an agent of the Qianming department, investigating rising undead, demons, and the threat of the longevity sect in Luoyang, the capital city. Built with Unreal Engine 5, the game clearly has the potential for cinematic visuals. The atmosphere feels perfectly suited for a story that is both political and mystical. Its combat system, inspired by Chinese martial arts with parries, dodges, and precise combos, makes every duel feel elegant yet brutal. Once again, a game from China shows great promise, but we'll have to wait and see if it will truly be worth it in the end. As for me, I think it's looking pretty good.
Why wrestle rogues when there are...
Swords of Legends is continuation of the Gujian series, as well as a major step in bringing the franchise to a more cinematic and modern level with Unreal Engine 5. If the previous Gujian series emphasized more on classic wuxia fantasy nuances, here we are taken to a more unique realm. The role of an underworld enforcer, a figure who guides souls that cannot yet depart in peace. The gameplay itself sounds promising. While it is not a Souls-like, the soul capturing system that can be used to summon assistance in battle adds an interesting variation. As for the game world, the wide linear structure is, yeah, we will still get a directed adventure with a strong main story, but there is still room for exploration and side quests without feeling overwhelming. Lords of the Fallen 2 that you know is definitely a Souls-like game with two realms, with the Umbral Lamp as its core mechanic. This time, the development team chose to continue their work from VV 2.0 and bring all those lessons into this bolder sequel. The 2.0 patch in April 2025 mentioned in the article is proof of that. They listened to the community, improved the gameplay, and added cool features like cross-play co-op with shared progression and the Friends Pass. If this promise comes true, we can expect a Souls-like with a more immersive world, more refined combat, and of course, a more intense and satisfying challenge.
The world falls with you.
Game Freak, a developer long associated with Pokemon, truly surprises with its new project, Beast of Reincarnation. Here, players will take on the role of Emma the Sealer, a warrior in the distant future of 4026, when humanity faces the threat of extinction. Emma is not just an ordinary character, she is depicted as the blade that will destroy the Beast of Reincarnation. The gameplay looks captivating and challenging, with battles against giant creatures and robots. The combat and parry mechanics are clearly very precise, just like a Souls-like, which of course makes the fights feel strategic and satisfying for fans of the genre. Covenant was an upcoming first-person dark fantasy combat game in which you play as a messenger sent from above, wield martial arts, secret magic, and ancient weapons to explore and conquer a vast interconnected world. Yes, that's what we know. You will control the character with the ability to kick, grab, roll, or execute attacks, making the combat feel intense. And there isn't a release date for this game yet, but in my opinion, this game is a must-add to your wishlist.
The time is nigh.
What wilt thou do? The axe comes to fell the tree. Cut it all down.
Daba Land of Water's Scar is a beautiful Souls-like about a clay puppet. As the world nears collapse, the puppet searches for water fragments in an ancient city while fighting enemies and uncovering answers. From the footage shown, the third-person combat looks intense, challenging, and full of risk. Truly a Dark Souls vibe, with various combos and battles against colossal enemies. Exploration also seems to be one of the highlights, with various biomes to traverse and lore to uncover. Although there's no official release date yet, the target platform being PlayStation 5 makes me optimistic about the visual quality and performance of this game. Code Vein 2, yes. For those who have never played the first Code Vein, this game can be described as an interesting anime Souls-like because it features the blood code mechanic. This system allows players to flexibly change their character build, and something that makes the game very replayable. What makes it intriguing is the new story element. The concept of a revenant hunter who hunts other corrupted revenants sounds cool. The partner and online co-op features are also confirmed to return, which I think is great news because playing with friends is always more fun. The Duskbloods, a new Souls-like game from Software, will be coming exclusively to Nintendo Switch 2. The first thing that immediately grabs attention is the strong Bloodborne vibe. However, from the gameplay shown, the game is actually quite unique and different. We see steampunk elements, automatic weapons, even dinosaur-like creatures, so the initial Bloodborne impression immediately blends into a more experimental world. Another interesting aspect is the multiplayer system. The game is said to be playable with up to 8 players using PvPvE mechanics. So besides facing AI enemies, we can also interact or fight with other players.
Carrier of blood. Tears will flow for one.
For you lovers of the Nioh series, well, Nioh 3 has been announced for 2026. The first thing that feels different is its open world. In Nioh 3, you can freely explore the map, clear out camps, and build reputation. The combat system has also undergone some interesting refinements. The transitions between modes feel seamless, and the combat is truly fluid. Just try it yourself. For fans of both solo and co-op, Nioh 3 retains its multiplayer element with the Choco Cup system, allowing players to help each other in the open world. The visuals may not show a significant generational leap compared to Nioh 2, but this game is definitely a must-play, especially if you're a true Souls-like genre fan.
How foolish of you to have entered the depths.
And that's it for today. Those were listed the top 20 amazing new upcoming Souls-like games that coming in this 2026. Got a hidden gem I didn't mention? Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video or discovered a new title to add to your collection, feel free to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you'll never miss future content. So thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.